Bitcoin price. Following one of the most difficult periods in Bitcoin history, investors of the biggest digital currency are now confronted with an alarming technical price pattern with a name that indicates more agony is on the way. The metric, known as a death cross, appears when an asset's average price over the past 50 days falls below its 200-day moving average, indicating that its momentum is declining. According to Mati Greenspan, creator of quantum economics, although it hasn't happened yet for Bitcoin, it seems to be on track to do so later this week. He remarked, "The chart is quite obvious." As of 2:44 p.m. in New York, Bitcoin has avoided forming the death cross for another day, climbing 2.6% to roughly $42,813. It has only experienced 3 up days since the new year began until Tuesday. Ether, the second largest digital coin by market capitalization, seems to be on the verge of forming a death cross, after trading higher on Tuesday to approximately $3,233. The history is pretty mixed, Juthika Cho, head of OTC options trading at Kraken, said on Bloomberg's "The history is pretty mixed" show. Which is no surprise given that some of the macro background is affecting price action, but we've seen a significant comeback over the past 24 hours. And I believe the fundamentals are still quite robust, he adds. Prior to Tuesday's respite, cryptocurrencies had been under pressure in recent weeks, with Bitcoin falling more than 30% from its November peak of about $69,000. The latest decline in digital assets comes as expectations build that policymakers will start raising interest rates as soon as March, and it's just one of many moves they'll take to remove liquidity. Speculative investments lose their allure in such a climate. Only 5% of J.P. Morgan Chase and Company customers believe Bitcoin will surpass $100,000 by the end of 2022. Although the indication is intended to be gloomy, Bitcoin's track record with death cross formations is mixed. It created the ominous-sounding pattern in June of last year, and another one in March 2020. Proved no obstacle to profits, as it turned higher and formed a golden cross, when the pattern is reversed, 2 months later. However, a death cross in November 2019 resulted in the coin's price falling a month later. Some say it's bearish, but for Bitcoin, just about every prior death cross or golden cross, along with every other indication under the sun, has proved to be a terrific buying opportunity for everyone who joined before 2021, Greenspan added. According to Craig W. Johnson, chief market technician at Piper Sandler and Company, if a death cross occurs in the wider market indexes or equities, much, though not all, of the negative news has already been priced in. At this moment, I believe time poses a greater danger to BTC than price. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund has issued a new warning, stating that comparisons between cryptocurrency price movements and stock market movements might put financial markets at risk. According to the multi-nation organization, the correlation between U.S. stock indices and Bitcoin increased to 0.36 in 2020, up from 0.01 between 2017 and 2019. Bitcoin, and, by extension, other cryptocurrencies, have long been seen to move in lockstep with equities. According to analysts, this association has recently intensified, as seen by the fact that both equities and crypto reversed early morning losses to trade higher by the afternoon on Tuesday. Both have lately been volatile, owing to hints that the Federal Reserve is comfortable reducing support at a quicker rate than expected. Bitcoin and the S&P 500 have a 100-day correlation value of 0.44. This is the highest figure since the fourth quarter of 2020, and one of the highest in the last decade. A coefficient of 1 indicates that the assets are moving in lockstep, while a coefficient of -1 indicates that they are going in opposing directions. In a Tuesday paper, researchers noted that the rising interconnectivity across asset classes allows the propagation of shocks that might destabilize financial markets. Officials are particularly worried as more emerging market economies, such as El Salvador, accept cryptocurrency as legal cash. BlockFi is the easiest place to buy, sell, and earn crypto. Don't just buy Bitcoin, earn it. Earn up to 3.5% back in Bitcoin on every purchase.